DJ name though is Kin Shahi. It's Navajo for Kin means house, and Shahi means my heart. It means house is my heart. House is what I love. Everybody loves that funky bass line. You gotta love that. When it goes from that nice deep drop into that banging bass line, you gotta love it. Well, I mean, I love the music and I want to spread it just like every other DJ does. So the growth of the scene in Grand Rapids is only going to benefit everybody.
Any DJ that is out there is, for the most part, an entertainer. And in some cases, you could call them a musician as well. I don't know if I would call a wedding DJ that works for a corporation that plays the exact same songs at every event that he goes to, with the exception of a few minor variations. I don't think I would refer to them as a musician. But when you have a DJ like a Tiesto that is actually producing music, that is actually taking instruments, having studio musicians come in, putting tracks out, and then blending those tracks together to create new tracks, or one big continuous track, I would definitely call them musicians. Even the DJs at the lower levels that are taking different tracks and putting them together and matching the beats so they become one, continuous track, they're doing that. They're creating music and they're creating something new that nobody else has ever created before. I definitely have an appreciation for the DJs that work harder for it, rather than the DJs that just go listen to what's on the radio and play those same songs over and over again, because they're really not pushing the boundaries. They're really not doing anything other than, we might as well have a computer do it. In fact, someday we may have computers doing it, where they go and they know that at 10:05 they can play the chicken dance or whatever it might be. The different types of DJs that are out there. You've got your wedding DJ, which you've got good wedding DJs and you've got bad wedding DJs. And if you've got a wedding DJ that shows up and just plays the same songs that his boss told him to play from a sheet, and he just has a programmed playlist of exactly what he's supposed to do at what time, to me, they're no different than a line operator at a factory, where they're just taking a piece and moving it from point A to point B. They're not actually making those pieces. Then you have your DJs that are actually constantly exploring different types of music that are out there, and they're trying to put the pieces together so that they form a new piece altogether. There's definitely some creation that goes on there, and there's definitely some skill that goes into making those new pieces the best that they can possibly be. Then you have your DJs that are actually designing the pieces from the ground floor up and deciding what's this piece going to be and how am I going to put the different elements of this piece together so I have an entirely new piece that nobody else has. So there's obviously some more skill that goes into that.
violin, cello, guitar, piano, drums, sing, no winds, turntables, little keyboards goes on the piano.
So you describe the turntable as an instrument.
I would describe the turntable as an instrument for sure. A lot of people don't like to say the turntable is an instrument, but you know, I mean, take it this way. You have your guitar, you play a chord. Anybody can play that same chord. It just depends on how you play that certain chord or chords, progressions, whatever. And it just depends on being a DJ, how you put your songs together, how you mix them, how you drop the bass, how technical you get, what kind of effects you throw in there. The best thing about DJing is taking other people's music that they have made or mixed themselves or whatever, or remixed, and taking their music and putting it together with somebody else's and making it sound like something completely different altogether. And in that way I feel that it is an instrument, because not everybody's going to spin the same way. Not everybody's going to drop the beat at the same time.
So this is an instrument of our generation.
It is an instrument of all generations, definitely.